5 countries you can live in for less than $2,000 a month. This is based off of US prices, so just keep that in mind. Let's check it out. So the first country here is Thailand. As you can see, for a modern apartment, you're looking at about $500 to $700. For food and dining, you're looking at about $250. Transportation, another $100. Entertainment, $200, and then gym, massage, extras, $150. Now this is on quite a budget, and that $500 to $7 amount, you might need to get a lease for that. So if you get an Airbnb or something else, it might be a little bit more than that. But nonetheless, you can find this, especially for monthly rentals, and live really good in Thailand for about $1,500. So you might be wondering why Thailand? Well, there's plenty of reasons here. Amazing food, modern condos, there's an expat community, so you're likely to meet people from North America, South America, Australia, and low transportation costs, great weather. I think this is a big one, especially for certain places. Like if you live in Canada, for example, it might be snowy or rainy at certain times of the year. You can escape that by going to Thailand and living a higher quality of life. And then easy Asia travel is the last reason here. So if you're already from the Asian region, it can be really easy to go to Thailand. Location number 2 is Vietnam. So Vietnam, for about $1,200 to $1,600, you can live there. For a modern apartment, you can pay $500 to $800. Food and dining, $200. Transportation, $75. And entertainment, $150. Now again, keep in mind for the apartment, it's most likely going to be month-to-month rentals where you can get a really good deal. If you do get an Airbnb or something, it might not be as cheap as it is more temporary. So just keep that in mind. But it is a great place, and as you can see in the photo there, there's lots of beaches and places to chill as well. Next location we have is Mexico. So rent, you're looking at $700 to $900. Food, $250. Transportation, $100. And lifestyle, $200. Again, the rent here is quite cheap, only because if you have a monthly rental, if you are looking at Airbnb, you will probably spend a bit more than this. So I would actually lean towards the upper range here. I know it says 14 to 1800, but I would say around $1,800, maybe even up to $2,000 should cover you for Mexico. All right, so now we're moving on to Portugal here, and Portugal is also developing an expat community as people are moving there from all over the world. Rent, we're looking at 700 to 900, food 250, transportation 100, and leisure 200. Again, I would lean to the upper end of that range of 14 to 1900. 1400 would be tight. Maybe it's possible if you're going there with someone else and they're splitting the costs with you, but otherwise it would be extremely tough. And also, you want to live at least a decent quality of life. All right, so last on the list here is Georgia. Rent 500 to 700, food 200, transportation $75, and then lifestyle another $150. Georgia is very, very cheap, and it's one of the more cheaper places in Europe. So if you're gonna go visit there, check it out. There's a photo of the city there, and honestly, it's very affordable. It's one of the most affordable places in Europe. So yeah, it's worthwhile of your time to go check it out. Again, I would lean towards that upper end range of 1400. So to wrap up the video here, I wanted to do a best value overall of these places. If you're just looking for the cheapest place, you might want to consider Georgia or Thailand for those prices. Best lifestyle, I would say Portugal. For food and culture, Vietnam. And for North Americans, it's probably easier to go to Mexico. And the reason for that is especially the time zone. So if you're working online or whatnot, it can be really easy to work from Mexico compared to any of those other places, as the time zone difference is much easier and much less. Your money can buy you freedom abroad. So $2,000 a month can create a lifestyle that may cost $5,000 or more in Canada or the US. These 5 countries show how you can save around 60%, just by going there and spending your money there. So it can really be a game changer. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Cheers.